Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Football. Today we have the second annual Red and Black game, a spring game to really see the new players on this team, get a feel for their skills, and also allow them to earn some playing time for this upcoming season. The team has been split up evenly along both sides, and we'll get to see all the team play today. The Black offense will start out with the football. It's backup quarterback Colby Lucas. Nice spin move. He didn't really play a whole lot last year and has still never thrown a pass in college football. He's got starting running back Elton Huff on his team as he goes for 8 yards. A 4-wide set on 3rd down and 1. It's Kenton Watkins. He's got it for 7 yards. Now this offense has most of our starting active receivers, while the red receivers are some transfers along with some reserves, but now it's Kenton Watkins showing off some more speed this year, it appears, as he goes for 56 yards to the 1-yard line. Now a throw outside, and it's Ronaldo McCall from 1 yard out, and the Black team has an early 7-0 lead. Jonathan Gibbs leads the red offense onto the field. It's picked off. The pitch was intercepted by Ernest Harrison. He takes it in. The best player from last year's recruiting class. He was an athlete, an absolute gem of a prospect. And so now the red offense will have to try and answer back, already down 14 points as Steve Lewis goes for 5 yards. Redshirt freshman Mike Meadows is in the backfield as we're going to go deep. It's intercepted by Leroy Red. He's got it intended for transfer from Tennessee, Latrell Williams. Red led the team last year in interceptions and already has one in the spring game as Jonathan Gibbs is 0 for 2 to start the game. We go with a little bit of a heavy set and give it to Allen Harrison for 7 yards. It's 3rd down and for a split backfield. Lucas will throw. He's got Harrison once again. He was our leading receiver last year and has already had a couple catches here today. Now running the read option, it's Colby Lucas who keeps it up the middle. He's a better runner than Jonathan Gibbs, but not quite the passer, as he is showing off nicely though so far today. Throw outside for Allen Harrison. He breaks the tackle inside of the 10, spins out of bounds at the 6-yard line. This Black team is looking very good so far. Now it's Lucas. He's going to take it in from 6 yards out. Great vision to cut upfield and run it in. An empty set on 2nd down and 8 for Jonathan Gibbs. He dumps it down to Latrell Williams, who breaks a tackle and is brought down after a gain of 12. Williams will be forced to sit out this year, but moving forward might be the best receiver on this team along with Allen Harrison. He has absolutely blazing speed. So 1st down and 10. Gibbs across the middle. It's Robbie Golden, a guy who redshirted last year, only 5'7", but has a chance to be the slot receiver this year. Gibbs goes back his way, and what a dime, fitting it in to the Conway, South Carolina native. 1st down and goal, throw outside, and another transfer wide receiver. It's Xavier Yabosi. He had 2 catches last year for UAB and has definitely the best size in this receiving core. Some of the only we really have on this team, but a turnover this time for the Black team. Great play by new starting defensive end Steven Burns. Gibbs will keep it on the read option and goes down after a gain of 11. 3rd down and goal, now rolling out, throwing it to Yabosi. This time he has to come back for the football and will lose 3 yards, so the red team will kick the field goal. From the shotgun, give goes up the middle to Elton Huff. He's got 9 yards, and it is now 3rd down and 1. A split backfield, running some triple option, pitch outside, executed perfectly. A great block on the edge by Kenton Watkins, as that allows Huff to go for 24 yards. On 3rd down and 10, dumping it in the flat for 3rd string tight end Kyle Marks, as he's not the most athletic guy, but does pick up 15 right there. 1st down and 10, throw outside, and what a throw, fitting it in perfectly to Ronaldo McCall. Now the give goes to Danny Whitmore, and he's brought down just shy of the goal line. A 10-yard run, so with 10 seconds left, it's Huff up the middle, and it's now a 28-10 lead as we will head into halftime. It's great to see this team finally back on the field in a competitive football game. And the second half, we'll see more of the backups play. So look forward to that. A high-scoring first half for the black team, and now opening up the half with the ball is Latrell Williams on a screen pass that goes for 5 yards. In the backfield, it's Steve Hawkins, true freshman. He was a 3-star prospect and shows off some nice power there as he picks up 12 yards. Quads to the right on 2nd down and 10. Throw outside. It's intercepted again. It's Leroy Red with his 2nd on the day and the 3rd turnover for the red team. Looking to set up a screen pass for Whitmore and a good play in the backfield. It is Aaron Wright, true freshman defensive tackle. Now the black team is on the field, going deep for Harrison. It's a connection for a big gain. Another touchdown for the black team. Greg Espinosa, the redshirt freshman quarterback. In at quarterback is true freshman Jerome Hill. He's a great athlete at this point, though not a very good passer. He picks up 10 on that run. When he's in the game, we're definitely going to see more of an option approach. However, he will probably redshirt this year to give him extra years of eligibility. A man comes in motion, the give goes to Hawkins. He tries to bounce it outside, he finds some room, breaks a tackle, and is down to the 32-yard line. Hawkins showing off some great burst. Once again, we're going to give it to the North Carolina native, and once again, a big hole to run through, a lot of room to run, I should say. It's now 2nd down and 12. It's picked off again. The red team is struggling with this, and it's DeMarcus May wearing a new number this year who's going to take it all the way. He's our fastest defensive player, and he takes it all the way. No resistance there. We're going to stick with the triple option and pitch it outside to true freshman fullback Steve Lewis, who breaks a couple of tackles. He's a great athlete for a fullback and is a great runner. Needs to definitely grow as a blocker. Now it's Jerome Hill, cuts it back to the left and picks up 8 yards. Hill, like I said, a great athlete. Doesn't do a lot to make you miss though, as now it's Latrell Williams. He tries to make a move and still really hasn't gotten free with all of his speed and make you miss ability. Now we'll go deep, firing it out there. It's intercepted once again. The 5th turnover for the red team. Redshirt sophomore Dante Cleveland comes away with the pick. Now we give the ball to Danny Whitmore, who goes for 8 yards. So a good field position for the red team. Throwing it, and great coverage by Lamont Dowdle, shielding the receiver from the football. However, the red team will go for it. The lefty quarterback's gonna go deep. He's got his man, and finally breaking free. It took him all game, but Latrell Williams gets the catch. Offensive coordinator Connor Shaw calls for the onside kick, and it's recovered by Ronaldo McCall. And that should basically do it. Can run out the rest of the clock if the black team wishes to. It's Danny Whitmore though. He finds a hole and is brought down after a big gain by Khalif Keenan. Zachary Randolph, the redshirt sophomore running back, checks in. It's Whitmore on the pitch. He's gonna take it in. Greg Espinosa executes it perfectly. He's not known for his running ability, but shows off there on the great option read. Now it's Jerome Hill. He's got it. He's definitely more the runner of the 2 freshman quarterbacks. He goes for 12 yards. 2nd down and 3, about 10 seconds left. It's Steve Hawkins. He's got the carry and is just shy of the 1st down line. And that will do it. A blowout performance, as that is a great absolute dominance by the black team over the red team. The black team definitely had a lot more experience on their team. The red team might have had more talent in terms of receivers, and with Latrell Williams and Xavier Bosi, but the black team had the starting running back, top 3 receivers for this upcoming season, along with some key players on the defensive side of the football. Not a lot of turnovers forced for the red team either. The black team was able to force 5 turnovers. Danny Whitmore, 55 yards on the ground, so a great performance from him. Allen Harrison keeps up with his performance from last year. Dante Cleveland actually had a great game. It'll probably be the backup free safety behind Kavika Watts. And Leroy Red had his 2 interceptions and 2 defensive touchdowns. Now for the rest of the preview for Season 2, a look at our schedule. We open the season against North Texas at home, followed up with 2 Power 5 opponents in Vanderbilt and Texas. Number 14 Texas will probably be the toughest game on the schedule. Then we're at home to open up Sun Belt play for our first 2 games against Troy and Georgia State, followed up with UL Monroe, Texas State, Arkansas State, and UL Lafayette all on the road, and then New Mexico State, South Alabama, and Southern Miss to end the season. A look at the guys who will be redshirting. Jerome Hill will get that. Steve Hawkins, despite playing very well in the spring game, just too much depth really at the running back position. No need to waste a year. And then Xavier Abosi will redshirt because he's sitting out this season. No offensive lineman will be redshirting along the defensive line. However, at defensive tackle, you have Aaron Wright. He will get the red shirt, 6'6", 305. Definitely has to develop though. Not ready for college football play right now. At linebacker, Eric Moore. He's a guy that may have that red shirt come off of him later if Nathan Johnson struggles at right outside linebacker, as he is a great athlete, very strong, doesn't do a lot else well right now. At corner, both Isaac Henderson and Kevin Johnson will be redshirting, so only 4 active corners, and then Josh Jackson at free safety will be redshirting. Now for the depth chart, not a whole ton has changed. Elton Huff, Jonathan Gibbs, Allen Harrison, Kenton Watkins, and Ronaldo McCall are all of your quarterback, running back, and receiver combinations. Dorian Mays is the new starter at tight end. Brad Hall, a true freshman, will be opening day starter at left tackle. He's already one of our most talented offensive linemen. Evan Quinn is starting at center, Kerry Rodriguez at right guard, and then Maurice Gates at right tackle. TJ Hines or John Paul Cutler will be the starter at right end, I should say. Then you have Blake Cotton, Terrell Byers, and a new starter at right outside linebacker that will be junior college transfer Nathan Johnson. Lamont Dowdle is now your nickel corner, with DeMarcus May being the dime. Kavika Watts is the starter at free safety, and then strong safety, both Khalif Keenan and Ernest Harrison will play. The preview for the Sun Belt has Arkansas State taking the conference, with us finishing second to last. UL Monroe is picked to finish in last place. Tennessee, the runner-up in the national championship, is your number 1 team, with UCLA, the defending national champion, being number 2. And look at the all NCAA teams. Christian McCaffrey is your running back. Kavika Watts is the free safety, which is nice to see. All NCAA first team. Definitely was not expecting that. Deshaun Watson and Dalvin Cook are second team All-American, and then we have no one else on second team. Sun Belt all first team. We have Blake Cotton, Leroy Red, Kavika Watts, Khalif Keenan, Nate Perry. And then on the second team, offensive side, you have Elton Huff, who's picked, and Terrell Byers, Markel Reyes. So actually a lot more representation than I was really expecting. We get now into our first recruiting board of the season. Terrell Sherman, 6'4", 270 out of North Carolina. He's strong and definitely has to develop in terms of pass rushing and block shedding. Melvin Burton, he is a 6'3", 223 outside linebacker. He's fast, strong, can hit, and actually rush the passer a little bit, along with being able to cover. After that is Marcus Buckley, 6'1". Targeting North Carolina was definitely a big priority for me. He's fast and good in coverage, not much of a press guy. One of my favorite players so far, 5'9", 182 from Pennsylvania, so a little bit out of our typical place we target. He is really elusive, not the greatest catching and not greatest carrying, but is an absolute athlete as well. Then you have Miles Powered III from Charleston, South Carolina. He's not an absolute great athlete, but he can hit hard and is pretty decent in coverage. Following that, another guy from North Carolina, 6'1", 185, Nigel Johnson. He's more of that athlete I'm looking for at safety, and he has 81 coverage and is actually a pretty good hitter. And then 5'8", 208 from Louisiana, you have Kenny Cunningham. He's a power guy who can actually make you miss in the open field. Not the greatest athlete. But I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment down below. Who impressed you the most in the spring game? Who are you most excited to see get on the field for the first time this year? Along with, what do you think of our recruiting boards so far? It's definitely going to change a lot in the early season, so that's definitely not a definitive list for the rest of the year. But I'm really excited to get season 2 underway. Hopefully that will be up in the next few days. But like I said, I hope you did enjoy. I will see you against North Texas, 'cause I'm out.